Hey guys, Cisco UCCX here. I wanted to do a quick video to explain the use of session variables and attributes within the Cisco UCCX platform and explain how to take variable data from one script application and move it over to a second application. So in this solution that I'm showing you here, or this example I'm showing you here, I have two tiers of scripts, if you will. I've got an application sitting on a trigger. I call it level 1. It's going to answer the phone, collect some information from the caller, and then pass that data, it's going to do a redirect over to this level 2 script. And I want to be able to retrieve that data to make some other decisions and do some other things within that second script. So I want to tie these things together, and session variables and attributes seem to be a real convenient way of doing this. So let me walk you through the way the script's example here is coded, and then I'll give you a little demonstration. So what's happening here in the level 1 script, we're going ahead and answering the call. We're doing a get call contact info of the calling number and populating a string variable down here, caller ID. We're also going to just statically set some variable data here, populating an account number string, which is 8675309, just some garbage data. I just wanted to have a couple of different variables to move between the applications here as an example. I'm going to instantiate a new session, and I'm calling it session. And if you notice the properties here, we've got a new session checkbox selected. So the mapping ID is session with a session. We'll do set session equals session, so that's going to populate this session variable down here. And we'll say set session info. When I do a set session info, I'm going to take data from the caller ID local variable in the script and populate the session attribute called caller ID. And the same for the account number local variable. I'm going to populate the account number session attribute with that content. I'm going to do a call redirect to my destination script here, 5002, which is going to then cause this script to answer the call, open the session, and get session info. You'll notice we've got the same session attributes listed, caller ID and account number, but what we're doing is the opposite of the script, the other script. We're going to take the value of the attribute caller ID and set the session caller ID variable, which clearly I've spelled wrong here, and we'll do the same thing with the account number attribute and set the session account number variable. And again, you'll see those two string variables down here in the pane. So let me go ahead and launch a reactive debug on this and show you exactly how it works. We're going to debug both scripts at once here and show you how we collect the data in the first script and how we set it to a session variable attribute and then pull it back up in the second script. So we'll go ahead and do this here. We'll minimize these to get them out of our way and make the call. 5001. I'll go ahead and answer the call, and you'll see the call has been answered. The first thing I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to get call contact info and populate the caller ID string, which you'll see right now is blank. We'll step over that. We've populated the caller ID string with the number of the phone I am dialing from. I will then populate the account number variable, just statically there, so that I have a couple variables to play with. We instantiate the session and set the session to session, so you'll see we've populated the value here, so it's no longer null. Stepping over that, we will actually do a set session info. And when I do a set session info, now I have stored the data from those two string variables into the session attributes. I'm now going to do a call redirect over to the second application, and you'll see it answer here. We'll go ahead and step over and accept the call, and you'll see my session and my session variable and my string variables are all null and empty. So as we bring the session into service, again, you'll see the session get populated here. I'll step over it with the get session info, and you'll see that the data from my two session attributes has now been populated into my local session or my local string variables for the script. So as simple as that, I was able to collect data in one script, do a call redirect, and then retrieve the data in another script. So in my example, I'm actually going to collect some data from a database as well as caller ID information in the first script and make some call routing decisions and some other intelligence in the second script. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward, not super easy to understand in the way Cisco documented it, but hopefully this example will come in handy and show you how to use session variables and session attributes in your own UCCX scripts. Enjoy.